Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that separates the achievers from the dreamers, the winners from the wishers, and the successful from the stagnant. No excuses. Excuses are subtle. They dress up as reasons, as logic, even as facts. I'm too old. I don't have enough money. The timing isn't right. I wasn't born with the right connections. But let me tell you something. Every person who has ever succeeded has had the opportunity to make those same excuses. The difference? They refuse. Excuses are the silent thief of progress. They creep in unnoticed, disguised as justifications, rational explanations, and even seemingly valid reasons. But at their core, they serve only one purpose: to keep you from taking the action necessary to change your life. Every time you make an excuse, you trade progress for comfort. And while comfort might feel good in the moment, it never leads to the success, fulfillment, or growth you truly desire. Think about it. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I don't have the time," or "It's just not the right moment"? These words sound harmless, but they carry a heavy cost. They keep you trapped in a cycle of inaction. The truth is, tomorrow is never guaranteed, and perfect conditions will never come. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who wait for things to be ideal. They are the ones who take action despite the imperfections. They don't allow excuses to dictate their future. The most dangerous thing about excuses is that they sound reasonable. If they were obviously foolish, no one would believe them. But they disguise themselves in logic. "I'm too tired." That sounds fair, but the reality is that energy is created through movement, not waiting. "I don't have enough knowledge." That may be true today, but knowledge is gained through doing. "I wasn't given the right opportunities." Maybe so, but countless people have succeeded from nothing. The moment you stop looking for an excuse and start looking for a solution, your entire life changes. Excuses keep you stagnant. They keep you watching others move forward while you remain stuck in the same place year after year. And worst of all, the more you make excuses, the easier it becomes to justify mediocrity. It's a habit that grows stronger the more you feed it. What starts as one excuse soon becomes a lifestyle. You begin to believe that success is for other people. You convince yourself that you're just unlucky or that life is unfair. But the truth is, it's not about luck, and it's not about fairness. It's about what you do with what you have. Look around at the people who have achieved great things. They all had reasons to quit. They all had obstacles. They all faced difficulties. The difference is they chose to push forward. They took responsibility for their future instead of blaming their past. They rejected excuses and embraced action. And that's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The moment you decide that excuses will no longer control your life, everything changes. Because progress doesn't come from wishing, hoping, or waiting. It comes from doing. And when you refuse to make excuses, when you commit to showing up, pushing forward, and doing what it takes, you'll realize something powerful. The only thing that ever stood in your way was you. And the moment you stop making excuses, there is no limit to how far you can go. Taking full responsibility for your life is the foundation of real success. It means owning every decision, every action, and every outcome, good or bad. It's easy to blame circumstances, luck, or other people when things don't go your way. But the moment you shift from blame to responsibility, you reclaim control over your future. Because as long as you believe your success depends on external factors, you will always be at their mercy. Responsibility is the key that unlocks. People who take responsibility don't waste time making excuses. They don't say, "I would have been successful if only," or "things didn't work out because of." They don't rely on luck or wait for someone to save them. Instead, they recognize that their life is a direct result of their choices. They understand that while they may not control everything that happens, they always control how they respond. And in that response lies their power. When you take full responsibility, you stop complaining about problems and start creating solutions. You stop waiting for motivation and start building discipline. You stop focusing on what's missing and start working with what you have. The truth is, life is not fair, and it never will be. Some people are born into privilege, while others start with nothing. Some face more obstacles than others. But in the end, the only thing that determines your success is what you do with what you've been given. Many people spend their lives wishing things were different instead of working with reality. They say, if only I had more time, more money, more connections, then I could succeed. But responsibility means realizing that you will never have perfect conditions. You must move forward anyway. No one is coming to give you the life you want. No one is going to hand you success. It is entirely up to you. That's not a burden, that's freedom. Because when you stop waiting for permission and start taking action, you realize that nothing is truly stopping you except yourself. Taking responsibility also means refusing to let your past define your future. Too many people let old failures, past mistakes, or childhood struggles dictate what they believe is possible. But responsibility means looking forward, not backward. It means choosing to learn from the past instead of using it as an excuse. It means deciding that no matter what happened before, you have the power to create something better now. There is a clear difference between those who succeed and those who don't. It's not intelligence. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's ownership. Successful people own their mistakes. They own their choices. They own their results. And because they take responsibility, they also take control of their lives. The moment you accept that your future is entirely in your hands, everything changes. Because when you take full responsibility, you stop waiting, you stop hoping, you start doing. And doing is the only thing that creates real success. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who only dream about them. Comfort, on the other hand, is the silent killer of progress. It's easy, it's familiar, and it's tempting. But the more you choose comfort, the further you move away from growth. Every great achievement in life is built on discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Most people live their lives chasing comfort. They wake up and hit snooze instead of getting up early to work on their goals. They choose fast food over healthy meals because it's convenient. They watch television instead of reading, learning, or building something meaningful. And over time, these small decisions add up. They wonder why success seems out of reach, but they fail to recognize that success is not about big moments. It's about the small, disciplined choices made every single day. Discipline is not about punishment, it's about freedom. The freedom to live life on your own terms, the freedom to create opportunities, the freedom to become the person you were meant to be. People think that discipline is restrictive, that it takes away from life's enjoyment. But in reality, the opposite is true. When you're disciplined with your health, you feel better and have more energy. When you're disciplined with your finances, you don't live with stress and debt. When you are disciplined with your time, you accomplish more and build a life that excites you. The challenge is that discipline is uncomfortable. It requires effort. It demands sacrifice. It means waking up early, putting in extra hours, saying no to distractions, and pushing through resistance. It's not easy, but that's exactly why it works. Most people aren't willing to be uncomfortable, which is why most people never reach their potential. Those who succeed are the ones who understand that temporary discomfort is the price of long-term success. The difference between winners and those who struggle isn't talent, luck, or intelligence, it's discipline. Talent can only take you so far and luck runs out. But discipline is a skill that once developed stays with you forever. It's what keeps you moving when motivation fades, because motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is consistent. It doesn't wait for the perfect mood or ideal conditions. It simply does what needs to be done. At every moment you have a choice: discipline or comfort. One leads to progress, growth, and success. The other leads to regret, stagnation, and a life of wondering what could have been. Every time you choose discipline, you strengthen your ability to succeed. Every time you choose comfort, you strengthen the habit of mediocrity. Success isn't built in a day, but it is built daily, one disciplined choice at a time. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. It shapes how you see the world, how you react to challenges, and ultimately what you achieve in life. Two people can face the same obstacle. One sees it as a reason to quit. The other sees it as an opportunity to grow. The difference isn't in the situation. It's in the mindset. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the result you get. If you want to change your reality, you must first change your mindset. Some people go through life believing they are victims of their circumstances. They blame their upbringing, their environment, or bad luck for their lack of progress. They tell themselves that success is only for the lucky or the privileged. But others with the same struggles refuse to accept that mindset. They believe that with the right effort, learning, and persistence, they can improve their situation. And because they believe it, they act on it. The mind is powerful. It either limits you or propels you forward. Your thoughts create your habits, and your habits create your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, you'll hesitate to take action. If you believe that failure is the end, you'll give up the moment things get tough. But if you adopt a mindset of growth, you start to see failure as a lesson, obstacles as challenges to overcome, and effort as the price of success. Your reality begins to shift because your actions align with your new way of thinking. Many people wait for life to change before they change their mindset. They think, once I get a better job, then I'll be motivated, or once I have more money, then I'll be disciplined. But it doesn't work that way. Your circumstances don't change first, your mindset does. A person with the right mindset will find opportunities even in difficult times, while someone with the wrong mindset will struggle even when given everything they need. The real difference isn't external, it's internal. Success isn't just about skill or intelligence. It's about how you see yourself and what you believe is possible. If you constantly focus on limitations, you'll find reasons why something won't work. But if you train your mind to look for possibilities, you'll start seeing solutions instead of roadblocks. Your mindset affects your energy, your discipline, your confidence, and even the way people respond to you. Life will always throw challenges your way. The question is, how will you respond? Will you see problems or possibilities? Will you dwell on what's wrong or focus on what you can do? The answer lies in your mindset. Because at the end of the day, your life is not just shaped by what happens to you. It's shaped by how you think about what happens to you. If you master your mind, you master your future. Excuses thrive in inaction. The longer you wait, the more reasons you find to justify why you're not moving forward. But the moment you take action, those excuses begin to disappear. Action is the ultimate cure for hesitation, doubt, and fear. It removes uncertainty, builds confidence, and creates momentum. You don't need to feel ready to start. You just need to start. Because once you do, you'll realize that most of the things holding you back exist only in your mind. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect time, waiting for motivation, waiting for circumstances to align, but waiting is the enemy of progress. The truth is, there is never a perfect time. There will always be obstacles, distractions, and reasons to delay. The people who succeed are not the ones who had perfect conditions. They are the ones who took action despite imperfect conditions. They moved forward even when they didn't feel ready, and because they took action, they created opportunities where none existed before. Action leads to clarity. You can spend years thinking about an idea, analyzing the risks and debating the best approach, but nothing will give you more insight than actually doing it. Action exposes what works and what doesn't. It teaches you more in a few weeks than years of overthinking ever could. When you act, you gain experience, and experience leads to wisdom. The most successful people are not necessarily the smartest. They are the ones who took the most action and learned from it. Excuses lose their power when you take the first step. The hardest part of any journey is simply getting started. Fear often magnifies problems in your mind, making them seem bigger than they really are. But the moment you take action, you realize that most challenges are manageable. That first workout eliminates the excuse of not having time. That first attempt at a new skill eliminates the excuse of not knowing how. That first uncomfortable conversation eliminates the excuse of fear. Each action chips away at the wall of hesitation, revealing new possibilities you never saw before. Action builds confidence. Many people believe confidence comes before action, but it's the other way around. Confidence is not something you are born with. It's something you earn through repeated effort. Every time you take action, even in small ways, you prove to yourself that you are capable. The more you do, the more you believe in your own ability to figure things out. And once you believe in yourself, excuses become irrelevant. The difference between success and failure is not intelligence, luck, or resources. It's action. Successful people feel fear, doubt, and uncertainty just like everyone else, but they act anyway. They know that motion creates progress, while hesitation creates regret. Every excuse you make is a delay on your journey to success. And the only way to silence excuses for good is to take action. Because in the end, excuses change nothing, but action changes everything. Success is not a mystery. It is not a random event or a matter of luck. It follows patterns, habits, and principles that have been proven over and over again. If you want to succeed, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to study those who have already done it. Success leaves clues, and the people who achieve the most in life are simply those who recognize and follow those clues instead of ignoring them. Every successful person, no matter their background, has followed certain principles to reach their goals. Whether in business, health, relationships, or personal growth, there are common patterns that can be studied and applied. If you want financial success, study those who have built wealth. If you want to be physically fit, follow the habits of those who maintain peak health. If you want to develop a strong mindset, read the thoughts and strategies of those who have mastered discipline and resilience. The formula for success is already out there. You just have to be willing to learn and apply it. The problem is that most people ignore the clues. They assume that success is based on luck or that certain people are just naturally gifted. But when you look closely, you'll find that success is a result of consistent effort, learning, and persistence. Successful people weren't born knowing what to do. They learned from others, applied what they learned, and made adjustments along the way. Instead of hoping for a breakthrough, they built their success step by step using the knowledge and experience of those who came before them. One of the fastest ways to achieve success is to find a mentor or study those who have already achieved what you want. There's no need to waste years figuring things out on your own when others have already paved the way. Read their books, listen to their advice, watch their habits, and most importantly, take action on what you learn. Too many people consume information but never apply it. They read books on success but never change their habits. They admire successful people but never follow their example. Knowledge without action is meaningless. The clues are there, but they only work if you use them. Another powerful lesson from studying success is that failure is part of the journey. Every successful person has faced setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt, but instead of seeing failure as a reason to quit, they saw it as a clue, an opportunity to learn, adjust, and improve. The most successful people are not those who never fail. If success leaves clues, then failure leaves clues too. If you are not making progress, look at your habits, choices, and mindset. Are you following the proven path, or are you ignoring the lessons that others have already learned? Success is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone willing to follow the clues, take consistent action, and refuse to quit. The blueprint is already out there. The only question is, are you willing to follow it?